Oh, here we go. The no-name relievers from the Astros. I remember this guy, Rogelio Armenteros, a guy that I had not been familiar with. Can't say that I've done a bunch of scouting and seen a bunch of film on him, but I remember him kicking my butt last time I faced the Astros.
The left fielder, JD.
But JD Davis says, not this time, buddy, because I still got my Astros buzzer on me from my Astro days. Early good, I don't care. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another New York Mets franchise mode, episode number 59 or 60, one of the two. As the last one, kind of the story of the series. It was very low scoring. All my, big time offense came against the Dodgers bullpen, and that held true in this game as well. I had to wait till very late where Michael Conforto hit the big home run, and we were able to just barely escape with that victory. Edwin Diaz shut the door. I couldn't believe it, but he did. Had an off day yesterday, so we did the fourth inning program showdown with me raging and whining for 17 minutes and 12 seconds. Now we're back in Mets land where we have DeGrom going up against Zack Greinke. So definitely not the easiest of matchups, but this time we are at Citi Field because we played Houston in Houston earlier in the season. So now we get a chance on our home ballpark. Day off did everybody well. Everyone's looking much more rested. So, no reason to rest them again. Let's hop right into it. So, you look at that Astros lineup, and that top 7 of the order definitely is pretty scary. And I mean, no easy outs. Michael Brantley and Bregman put the ball in play. Altuve, well, we know he has been MVP player, but we're not too sure with the whole buzzers. Alvarez, great rookie hitter. Gurriel puts bat on ball. Springer's an all-star. Correa's a really good player. You know what I mean? So, that's the thing that I said on a spotlight interview I did with Team Left Jab, is that even though everybody was all over the Astros for their cheating scandal, I understand it, and people, really didn't think they were going to be all that good. My thing is why? Is that, we're going to find out just how much of an impact it had on these players, because if these other guys are still good hitters like Bregman and Correa like we expect them to be, then the whole thing isn't really going to bother them that much because they still just have so much talent on this team. And for me, my thing is that Altuve and Bregman, all these guys, they were high prospects for the Astros when the Astros were tanking all these years. It's not like these were a bunch of, 7th round picks that weren't good players. These were good baseball players all the way through. So, I mean, I don't really know how much of an impact that could have had on their performance. But we'll find out whenever real baseball does come back. First pitch from DeGrom, inside ball 1. I wonder how some things like interleague play would really work, and one of the other things that we are probably going to lose too that I kind of like with the Mets schedule is the West Coast swing, where sometime in the middle part of the summer or maybe in May or whatever, the Mets will go face the Padres and the Giants and the Diamondbacks or something like that. All these 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock games that you have to stay up late to watch. And I kind of like that, but I think that if baseball does come back in July, they're not going to be able to do that because they want to keep all the teams close together, and that is just far too much travel for a New York team. There goes Altuve for second, throw by Ramos, not even close. So there's a stolen base for Jose Altuve. Guy had plenty of speed. But the other thing is that think of a team like Houston, who is in the American League West out there in Texas. I don't think the Mets are going to face them this year, you know what I mean? And they were supposed to face them in 2 different series, and that's not going to happen. So you definitely, oh God, they're slowing for Cano. Even if baseball does come back, it's going to be a different year than it was supposed to be, even schedule-wise. Yes, they're still going to play the Braves probably, and the Marlins probably, and, those other teams, the Nationals, the Phillies a lot. So that makes sense, but other than that, the other teams, not really so much. If that means more games against the Phillies and Nationals and them, that's even worse because there's already too many as it is. Okay, Jeff McNeil stepping in against Zack Greinke. We got to take a rip at that first pitch. And we're going to drive that one out to left field. Good. Okay, Alvarez. Wow. It's pretty interesting that they're letting Alvarez play the field in this game because you think about Jordan, not a great defensive player. He was a pure DH for the Astros. I feel like even in the World Series, still wasn't even out there. You know what I mean? He was a guy that was DHing. So something like that is going to happen every now and then if they were to play him in the National League. But the thing is that there's not going to be a DH this season. And one of the feelings that I get is that because they do the DH this season, we're going to get it going forward. Because it's something that has been talked about a lot recently. It was kind of inevitable coming in the next couple of years. But now I feel like this kind of just seals its fate as boom, the DH is here. So, I mean, you're not going to see Yordan Alvarez in the field, maybe ever. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. Nemo hits that one on the ground. That'll move McNeil up a base. Conforto goes up the middle. He's hit good, squared up. Robbie Cano, that 12 speed will stay at second. Jeff McNeil scores, and it is 1-0 New York. I knew when Cano got that walk, I felt like, okay, here's a good opportunity to get RBI here. You see the RBI leaders in the National League right now. Alonso Conforto, 1-2. So Conforto have to do what he does, drive in runs, especially against right-handed pitching. That one's hit right. Oh, man, I thought DeGrom was going to be able to make a play on that. Correa, that one, oh my gosh, DeGrom picked something up. I know Greinke's a good hitting pitcher, but I feel like you move 2-run scoring position for the top of your order with Michael Brantley and Bregman and those guys. But you know what? Pitchers hit so good in this game. It wouldn't surprise me if he does get on. 3-2 from DeGrom. Greinke hits down. This time DeGrom able to pick it up. Gets it to Rosario. Back to Alonso. Double play inning over. I don't know. I mean, those other balls, they were hit harder than the one Greinke did, but I still feel like DeGrom could have got to at least one of them. DeGrom is a good fielding pitcher. They only get a run out of it. Definitely could have been worse the way that inning started. 0-2 from DeGrom. That one is hit into left center. Is anybody going to get there? Looks like Nimmo, maybe, and he does. Wow, just barely. It's tough, man. We don't have either one of those guys belong in neither one of those positions. Like Brandon Nimmo belongs to the corners, and JD belongs like a DH or something. You know what I mean? Because they're just not great outfielders, so it's really tough to get to those fly balls. That's why I sometimes do like starting Merzic, because he can get to those, but I need the offense. Plus, we're also trying to keep it realistic to what the Mets would do, and I feel like that's probably what they're going to do. Again, I'm talking about defense here. Should have been a double play inning over, but instead we can only get the one. It was a hard hit by Altuve, but still would have liked to end the inning there. That one's hit in the hole. No one's going to get to it. Here comes the run for the plate. Throw by Conforto is inaccurate. Wow. That ball was hit so slow that, I mean, Michael Brantley was able to score. Wow, and I felt like Conforto could have got rid of it quicker. He has a pretty good arm. I don't know, early week, of course. The 3-2 from DeGrom. Ball 4, oh my gosh. It's like he has a buzzer and knows what's coming and is able to take that pitch. Oh, that's a slow roll. He's probably going to reach a base on that. McNeil just got him. Wow, that was a close play. Robbie Cano, perfect. I really thought he had that, but he didn't. And that's going to be a nice little 2-out double, I think. If Cano could get there, he can. I don't know, the way, I guess this Altuve is short, he couldn't really get to it, but I thought he kind of had that. Conforto takes that one out to center. Good. Springer looking up, and it's out of here. Michael Conforto, another home run, a 2-run shot. It's down wide where Springer was running. But definitely nice to put us out in front 4-2. That one was a bomb, 440 feet, 104.5 mile per hour exit velocity if it's against a right-handed pitcher. And I get the good time and good chance and the good piece out placement. Thank you, Demetrius, for zone. Good chance Conforto is going to leave the yard and does it again. And I'm telling you, he is on Alonso's back for that home run crown. I just feel like I get more pitches to hit with Conforto than I do with Alonso. I mean, they pitch him really tough this inning where Alonso, they get me on the inside corner and they're throwing me away and down. But Conforto, a lot more times he gets some things to hit and able to drive it on out. Correa hits the first pitch on the ground. Robbie Cano got to make a tough play here, and he does. Wow, how about that? It's tough when you have the slow roller and the slow Cano. I mean, it's a whole bunch of slow motion going on at once. It just blows my mind every time they show that DeGrom was a 9th-round pick. What a steal that was. You know what I mean? Like, when you're picking in the 9th round, you're like, all right, how good is this guy going to be? And the fact that you can make the case that DeGrom is probably the best pitcher in baseball right now, I mean, that was some pick the Mets got there. And he could do it all. He could hit, he could field his position, he could run the bases. He was a shortstop, you know, back in school. So DeGrom, just an all-around great player. I'm glad he got the extension. And now it's a matter of getting this guy that's up right now, Jeff McNeil, an extension, and Alonso, and maybe even a Conforto. You never know. Gonna need some money to do it, which the Mets do not want to spend, especially if you're getting good pops. Now Altuve, can JD make a play? Yeah, don't count on it. All right, JD, let's not get too dumb here, just a little dumb. The 3-2 from DeGrom, struck him out, got him to fish at the slider. DeGrom is yellow right now, which is kind of unfair. I mean, he's just past 90 pitches. And I feel like DeGrom has pretty good stamina in real life, so I'm going to try to push him one more inning. I really want to beat this team. This is a tough team, and I feel like I need DeGrom to go just a little longer. Oh, that one hung. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm kind of considering Wilson here. Correa is a tough guy because he has more power against righties, but way more umpire. But more contact against lefties, so I don't really know what's the move here. I'm sticking with DeGrom. You know, because the thing is that, like, you know, you could go to Justin Wilson and be like, okay, well, at least Correa will have less power. But the thing is that DeGrom is such a better pitcher than Justin Wilson. Is that trade-off really worth it? Another 3-2. Struck him out, and I'm going to pull DeGrom there at 100 pitches. Don't want to over-tire him because now they have the lefty up, then the pitcher spot. So I'm going to go to Justin Wilson here. Stubbs is too good. What the heck? How did he hit that one? He was all over it. I thought that was a good pitch right there. That was up and away. Lefty on lefty. They go to Reddick, another left-hander. Very early out in front. I mean, he crushed that for very early out in front. I don't know. It really feels like the computer just gets away with stuff that you normally don't. I mean, I guess I should have stuck with DeGrom and made him pitch like 200 pitches because, you know, as soon as you go to the Mets bullpen, things are going to go downhill. How many times has this happened in DeGrom's career? More like every single start. And I walked him. Oh, my God. Well, Justin Wilson, you did a terrible job. No way I'm not going to face Bregman. Bregman's better against lefties. Oh, my God. I have to go to Familia here. Even more reliable, right? Bregman hits one on the ground. McNeil. Cano, Alonso, double play. Jarius Familia escapes the bases loaded jam that Justin Wilson put us in. Definitely, that was a big double play there, especially against somebody like Bregman. Oh, here we go. The no-name relievers from the Astros. I remember this guy, Rogelio Armenteros, a guy that I had not been familiar with. Can't say that I've done a bunch of scouting and seen a bunch of film on him, but I remember him kicking my butt last time I faced the Astros.
The left fielder, JD.
But JD Davis says, not this time, buddy, because I still got my Astros buzzer on me from my Astro days. Early good, I don't care, it's out of here. Let's freaking go, man. 5-3 New York. JD Davis able to get us that run back that we just gave up. Now with the game being up to the bullpen against this Houston Astros line, we're going to need more runs, so definitely a big shot from JD. I like the way he took a little slow walk right over home plate, just to stick it a little more to Houston, so nice job there. 3-2. Ooh, got him on the outside corner. Nice little two-seamer there. Froze Altuve. 1-2 from Betances. Oh, did I hit him? Did he swing? What happened there? Oh, come on. That's so unfortunate. That two-seamer broke in way too much. I mean, the pitches on Betances, the break on Betances pitches are just unreal. Like, sometimes they'll stay right where they are, and then sometimes they'll go like that. They'll go way outside. That one's hit the other way. Robbie Cano able to stretch out and get it. Oh, man. I'll tell you, I always get nervous for Cano because he just kind of just reaches over and gets it. Cano threw, oh, that one picked up by Gurriel. That's just going to be basically a swinging bunt. Good week. I don't know what was going to go on there because Alonso doesn't have the most speed in the world. I'd imagine, yeah, I knew it. I had a feeling they're going to intentionally walk in Florida there with the base open. It makes sense, no doubt about it. Oh, man, I was looking forward to that at-bat as well. And they're going to a new pitcher, Deviansky, to face JD Davis because he had just hit the home run off Armenteros. Good managing by Espada. I like it. JD, up the middle base, hit one run in. I'm going to send the polar bear. I need him to swim on home on that ice block. He's safe. 2-run single for JD Davis. And the New York Mets extend their lead. It is now 7-3. That was a big hit there. 3-2, 2 outs, up in the strike zone, moving the PCI up. Thank you, Demetrius, because that was a big hit right there. Altuve, he didn't really put a glove out. That would have made me rage if I was the Astros, but wow. Ramos up the middle base hit. That's going to be another run, and maybe more if JD can get on his high horse. Keep rolling, JD. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. I'm going to stop there, though. Oh man, JD doesn't have enough wheels. I was thinking of pinch running him with Marisnik, because then I can have him take over defensively, but I don't know. I probably should have done that. I'm actually, since we're up by a little bit more, I'm going to go to Brad Brock, only because you see Diaz is getting a little tired. I'm using him a lot lately. I've been using this whole, back end of the bullpen a lot lately because all those games against the Dodgers were so close. And I kind of was on the same trajectory in this game, going to Betances and having Lugo ready to go, just because I'm trying to secure the wins, or, if I feel like I have a chance to win, try to do it, because you have to play it one game at a time. You can't be like, oh, well, what if I had to lead tomorrow? Well, how do you know that I'm going to pitch well with Marcus Stroman and not just give up a million runs and make errors in the field and not win? So, you can't really cost yourself this game and then cost yourself next game anyway, So I think I'm just going to give Brock a try. If he doesn't get it done, I'll go to Lugo and go back to the old traditional way. But you got to give your other guys a day off eventually, which is why I have been so critical of the Mets not getting more bullpen help, because, okay, it looks nice. And MLB The Show looks nice because Betances is like a 79 overall, so he's almost a gold. Lugo is a gold in this game. Diaz is a gold in this game. So you have like pretty much a gold back end of the bullpen. That definitely looks nice. But this isn't MLB The Show, number one. And number two, there's still going to be days where those golds don't get to pitch. So you have to go to your bronze Brad Brock or your common Chris Flexen or whoever other relievers the Mets are going to use. All of a sudden, the disparity is just so drastic. And eventually, those guys have to come into big spots. And they're not going to get it done because the Mets have tried this for years and years. And these minor league relievers blow it every year. So that's why I always really feel like we have to pay close attention to exactly what is going on with this team, and why I always just plead for more bullpen help. As Brad Brock, finally somebody could get Stubbs out. That one's hit into right center. Nimmo coming over, makes the catch. Really nice thing there for Brad Brock, So I know the pitcher spot is coming up. I didn't think of that. I probably should have double switched him. I mean, that's one of the things that's hard about the National League. There's a lot more things to think about. But, once there is a universal DH, that's something that is lost. The thing is that I really would like to have Brock go a second inning, because when I look at the bullpen, I mean, who else am I going to go to here against this top part of the order? Am I going to go to Gazelman? No. Am I going to go to Sewald? Probably not. I really want to keep Brock out there. I do. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I wish I double switched. It would have looked more realistic, but I'm not going to let my one dumb mistake of not double switching, cost me not going to, I'm still going to let Brock bat here. Why not? I really want him to go another inning. I feel like it's important for me to just keep Lugo and Diaz as rest as I possibly can. And again, as soon as things go bad, I can just go right to Lugo. So at least since the 3-batter minimum rule is done since I got through that inning, as soon as I don't feel comfortable, I can just go to Lugo. So I think this is okay. If I double switch and went to Marisnik and had him take over in the outfield, I'd look like a genius and look like a real smart manager. But obviously, I'm not a manager. I'm just focused on getting guys out and trying to actually play. You know what I mean? It's different when you're managing and doing it, because I'm kind of doing both at the same time, because I'm controlling the players and controlling who goes in. So it's a lot to think about. You know what I mean? And announcing. I mean, I'm working 3 jobs here. I'm not even getting paid for it. I'm just messing around. Oh, there's McNeil. That's a slow one. Bregman from his booty. No go. McNeil is safe at first, and that's a little infield single. Alonso. There we go. Perfect. At least I get a hit with him. And McNeil, since he was running on a 3-2 count, he's going to go over to third base. So finally, at least able to get a hit with Alonso in this game. Don't want to let him get too cold. And it was a perfect too. You don't really see Alonso hit perfect grounders. If anything, you think it's going to be a fly ball, and most likely over the wall. Cano lines one into right field. That's going to be an RBI single, as the recording I just cut out, my 60 minutes was up. So I started a new recording, but Robbie Cano line drive into right field. RBI single. Let's get a replay of it. Right down the middle. I didn't move the PCI, and boom. Not much to analyze there. I think intentionally walk Conforto again, maybe, possibly, no? Okay, good. Conforto drives that one out to right field, early good. That one's off the wall. 1 run is in. Cano's got to stop at third. And that will put the Mets lead up to 10-3. So another RBI for Conforto. They probably should have intentionally walked him again, because I didn't think I was going to drive in at least a run. But the Mets get a few more runs, and all of a sudden I don't have to worry about Brad Brock going 2 innings anymore. I'm just going to go to Paul Sewald now. I feel a little bit more comfortable with the 7-run lead, and I really don't want to tire out Brock. This way, oh, whoops. This way, at least I could, still use him again in this series if I want to. So let's see what Paul Sewald could do. And Alvarez hits that one into right field. Michael Conforto settling under it, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Put it in the books. The New York Mets win this game 10-3, able to really beat up on the Astros bullpen late in the game, getting all those insurance runs to really extend our lead. It went back and forth. The Houston Astros had the lead for a while, then we tied it up, then took the lead, then they get a run. So nice for us to really get going later on in the game. Bullpen really held it down after, Justin Wilson got a little sketchy. Familia got that really big out against Bregman. I think it was a double play, so that was huge. Then Batanzas the good 7th. Brock a really good 8th, and then Sewald a really good 9th. I mean, both of them threw scoreless innings, and they gave Lugo and Diaz some much-needed rest, so this way we could use them another game, whether it's this series or the next one. That's always important, and you can see there in the late innings, 7th inning, 8th innings, where it really got going. And Jacob deGrom comes out here with a win, which is always nice to see Jay get some wins. Something the Mets have struggled to do because of the bullpen and lack of run support. We had a lot of guys contribute, pretty much everybody, but I think Alonso and Rosario were the 2 guys that didn't really do much in today's game. Yeah, Rosario 0 for 4. I got the hit with Alonso late. They've been pitching him tough. I'm pressing with him, so I'll have to be more careful with him. But other than that, really good all-around offensive game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, comment what you think about the Mets and centralized locations and how that changes the way schedules are. No West Coast swings, probably no facing the Astros, things like that. You hit the subscribe button, always helps me out, makes my day. It's a nice gesture to do. And until the next one, be safe, be smart, be healthy, and have a good one, everyone.